Hello. I know. Thank you. I mean, I'm planning on cutting it shorter in Japan. We're ready to see. It ends with us. I only know the plot, no context otherwise. I'm gonna love it so. I'm gonna love it a lot. It's gonna be awesome. Hello. Review. I know we have to do a whole. Here's the thing, though. As someone who what do you think? As someone who didn't read the books, yes. Honestly, I didn't think it was bad. Yeah. I don't think it's anything spectacular, but I also didn't think it was terrible.
I honestly liked the movie more than the book. I think the book was giving more like haha LOL rom-com. No, I'm being so serious. Like
the book did that?
Yes. The book to me was more like, oh my god, her and Alice being in love. Like, I don't know, it just seemed more like lighthearted. Like, this felt like a drama. I love that your viewers are gonna get a whole review.
No, it's like
this is incredibly important. Guys, Justin Baldoni is so hot. He is so hot. Like, I literally, when he was taking off his shirt, I was like, holy shit.
The thing that I was most impressed about with this film, honestly, was the young Blake Lively girl.
Yeah, young Blake Why did she look so exactly like
well, okay, I think they probably added the little nose thing. You know, like, they're obviously making her up to look as close as she can be. I don't think she would actually look a lot like her side by side. But her mannerisms, her voice, I was like, wait a second, this girl's like pretty good at being young Blake Lively here.
I know. I feel like we learned that like Ryle killed his brother like so much earlier on. When I listened to it, I was like, girl, you're just finding out he fucking shot his brother like right now.
Because I was like, oh, I thought we were supposed to sympathize with this trauma. That's like why we're supposed to forgive him for hitting her.
Like,
She's literally breaking the news to her sister-in-law / best friend that her brother and her husband has been like abusing her, and so she has to leave him. And then her first response after the sister's like, you should leave him, is tell me about Emerson. And I'm like, isn't that so convenient for the sake of the story that she says that? But why in the world in that moment would she have actually said that just right now, you know? It's stuff like that where I was like, okay, like the acting carried it enough, but there were a lot of things where I was like, okay, it's written so conveniently, but I genuinely don't think this is really where the natural flow would have been. And that was like the same with their first meeting. I don't think it was terrible, but I also that entire scene I was like, okay, sure, this is how it went. Like the whole time I was kind of like, their acting is fine, but I genuinely don't believe this flow.
I do overall appreciate that it was like a drama more than it was a rom-com.
Yeah, I can't believe it ever would have been a rom-com. That's crazy.
That was like the vibe of the book though.
That's so weird. Like, I can't picture how the plot would be framed in a rom-com light. But, like, I will say that's kind of how it felt like at the end of the movie. Like, by the time it was wrapping up, it did, even though it was still a drama, it almost did feel like this is a rom-com for Atlas and Lily, and the obstacle in their way happened to be domestic violence. Like, that is kind of the vibe. Okay.
Wow, look at that. I was like, oh my god.
The thing that shocked me more was the fact that, like, coincidentally, that exact incident happened that night. I was like, no, is he lying about that?
In the book, it was, like, slightly different.
No, it was the same. I read it.
Really?
I reread it 2 days ago. I wanted to reread the whole thing, but I couldn't. So I reread the first 2 chapters, and I was...
it was? No, that I literally
Why would it be the exact same thing, though? I'm like, that's a little too on the nose for it, okay?
Oh my god, their fucking brand placements were so funny.
Yeah! Wait, I was like, the kitchen scene, like, there's just so many brand things going on right now.
Greek yogurt, like,
yeah. The credit card when he paid for it. I was like... Also, you know what bothered me? This was like so small, but I feel like this would have bothered you. When he said he was good at cooking and when he was baking cookies. Also,
it did bother me!
I knew that was gonna bother you.
It did bother me!
No, that was like kind of crazy that she just left the napkin on his grave. I was like,
know.
damn.
I was
like,
gonna
okay,
blow
girl.
away.
I didn't understand the point of it. That's
I
No,
know,
I know. I was
it
like,
wasn't
at
that
that point,
symbolic.
just like leave him be.
It's
like,
not like it was
don't
a change, you know.
like
Yeah.
don't.
The thing, like I was like, you know that like last hug they did in front of the truck. I was like, I swear to God, like if they kiss right now,
Oh.
no.
Yeah.
Like
I
this
also
all
yeah.
needs to stay platonic generally. Like they obviously have love and history for each other.
Why did
but
I feel
this
like
currently
Ryle was
needs
about to
be
like
platonic.
I was like, oh my God, Ryle's about to come out and like
Yeah!
beat the shit out of
I
him.
was like,
I was like,
go to work.
you
She
don't
knows
do
where
this.
she is.
Yeah.
Like what? I know it's because of time, but I do think it would have been better if it was just more understandable that they were somehow in love or she was in love. Like that definitely was just like undersold by them doing a bunch of montages.
Yeah.
I
Also,
was like,
you don't see time jumps, right? They don't establish
Yeah,
time
yeah.
jumps. So when you see him say "I love you," it's like you think it's like maybe a couple days later.
yeah, exactly. When it happened, I remember being like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like I know at this point they're suggesting that it's moved forward, but I'm like, we have no
Nothing.
way to know that.
Yeah.
You just did a
Yeah.
montage that
No,
didn't
I do
show
agree. Like they
time.
needed to be like a little bit more clear with time jump.
Yeah.
Jenny Slate announced that she was pregnant, and then the next scene she's literally like 9 months. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah.
Where did the time go?
Yeah.
We went from she announced that she was pregnant, and then like the next scene that she's in around that same amount of time is when she first gets
I
hit,
wonder how-
and then it jumps 9 months.
Like when
I was like, what happened in those 9
Well,
months?
even were you like they literally looked at us like we were fucking crazy for speaking to them. I was like, what?
It was really funny. Should I go one more?
No, they were being such bitches about it. They were being such high schoolers about
They
it.
were.
Like I was like, guys, like it's literally not that
I mean, like
deep.
I get it. Like if I was in high school, would I want to talk to us? I don't know. Actually, I don't think I would care.
But like I don't know. Like I guess it's just like maybe we've like matured